Welcome one, welcome all to the Funhouse. I am Uncle Salty. This is episode 31, and it's playtime. For today's show, we will be unboxing and reviewing the Masters of the Universe New Eternia Mer-Man. And just by taking a quick look, I can already tell this is going to be a very special figure. Looks to be very cool. Before we get him out of the packaging, let's take a look at the packaging itself. On the front, we have incredible box art, as we've grown accustomed to seeing with all of the New Eternia figures. And as we turn it around to the side here and angle it off, we get a full look at the painting, and we can tell now that Mer-Man is submerged in water because high above on the surface, you can see Manny faces about ready to press slam Beastman. So, what an excellent, incredible painting. Flipping it around to this side, we have a mugshot of Mer-Man at the top, as well as a full painting of what this Mer-Man figure looks like. Flipping the box around to the back, we can see what the figure itself looks like, transposed in front of a painting. We have two side panels showing us both of the weapons that Mer-Man comes with. On the bottom, we have a cross-cell for the figures in this specific wave. And the main thing that I notice with this box, there is no blurb telling us about the figure as there was with all of the other New Eternia figures. Just a whole lot of words written in other languages. Now let's get Mer-Man out of the box and see what this figure has to offer. Mer-Man, of course, is one of the main characters in the Masters of the Universe. He was one of the first figures that was released, and he actually was released in every toy line so far. And just from the looks of him, this is going to be my favorite version of Mer-Man. Let's first take a look at the weapons that come with this figure. And he also comes with, I believe, an extra set of hands. Yes, he does. So we have two gripping hands. I'll set him off to the side here. And he also has two open hands, very detailed. You can see the webbing in the fingers. So that's very, very nice. And there is the other hand with the webbing. And I guess if you wanted to, you could remove those hands. And when you use these hands, you can make it look like he's swimming. The two weapons that come with Mer-Man, we have a spear, as well as the classic vintage, if you will, 1980s inspired sword. And the thing that I like about this is they make it actually look like a sword, as opposed to the 1980s version, as well as the Masters of the Universe Classics version. They make it, and it just looks, to me anyway, it looks like a corn cob. Now we'll take a look at the articulation of this figure. Head moves side to side, as well as up and down. Very tight figure. We have rotation 360 degrees for both of the arms. We have movement at swivel at the bicep, move up and down at the elbow, and 360 degree rotation at the wrist. We have a swivel at the waist. The figure does have an ab crunch, but you have to remove his armor before doing that. Legs move up and down. It is double jointed at the knees. And a swivel of 360 degrees for the feet. And as you can see, Merman stands on his own without any trouble at all. Now, the color scheme on this figure is very, very nice. Instead of how the original Merman was wearing yellow gloves, instead of that, we have him actually not wearing gloves at all. As you can see, the paint just bleeds yellow into the green. Very nice indeed. The armor, also incredibly detailed. And we'll try to get it so you can see. Put him down like this. And very, very detailed for the armor chest plate. You can see the nice little seahorses with the blue jewel. Very nice. The loincloth, also extremely detailed. And you can see the barnacles hanging off of it. So very detailed indeed. But for me personally, the coolest thing about this merman are his eyes. We'll try to get this into some type of focus. It's going to be difficult to see, but instead of painted on eyes, they look like two glass pieces, and it makes it look, kind of give that illusion that he's underwater. But very, very cool. The eyes don't necessarily move as you turn the head, but the glass pieces for the eyes, very cool, very nice touch, instead of just painting them on. To get an idea of size, we're going to bring in another Masters of the Universe New Eternia figure. We're going to stand Beastman next to Merman, and these are probably, I would say, the two main villains, the two main henchmen for Skeletor, Beastman and Merman. And as you can see, Beastman stands a little bit taller than Merman. We'll line them up just like that. And you can tell that Beastman is just a little bit taller than Merman. And I know I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I like how the New Eternia figures are all different sizes. They make them different proportions, and I think that's very, very cool. Instead of just having them at one set size so all of the figures are the same, I think it's a nice touch. Now, the next thing that I want to bring up, quite a few episodes ago, I asked a question, and it pertained to this figure right here, Masters of the Universe Classics Fisto. And I gave an opportunity to all of the people that watch to decide whether or not I open this figure or leave him in the packaging. I asked for the first 24 people to make a comment and decide whether or not I open it or leave it in the packaging. I have not received 24 answers yet, so in this specific episode, if you have not already answered yes or no, yes, I want him out of the packaging, or no, I do not want him out of the packaging, please feel free to message in the comments below at the end of this episode to determine the fate of this specific figure. And I will leave you with this. Bert and Ernie were hanging out one day, and Bert asked Ernie, "Ernie, would you like some ice cream?" Ernie's reply was, "Sure, Bert."